Welcome to the Inspiring Tech Leaders podcast with me, Dave Roberts. In this episode, I'm going to explore the Metaverse and what makes it such an important area of technology at the moment. There's been a lot of media attention recently about metaverses and some of the eye-watering amounts of money people are spending within it. But what's it all about? So let's start with defining what the Metaverse actually is. It's an immersive world where people come together to work, collaborate, and socialize online using virtual reality. The Metaverse has been described as the next phase of the internet, also known as Web 3.0. There are now lots of corporates starting to get involved with the Metaverse and looking at ways in which their products and services can reach new audiences within a virtual world that is interactive and fun. Just like there's lots of different websites to cater for people's interests, the same is true for the Metaverse. You can already own things within the Metaverse, and people spend significant amounts of money buying virtual real estate and land. For example, there's news articles that talk about companies spending several million to buy virtual land within both Decentralization and the Sandbox, which are currently the two most popular metaverses. This is a really important point because there's not just one metaverse, there are several, and no real barriers to more being created. Celebrities are also getting involved in the metaverse, which is encouraging significant increases in prices with people wanting to be part of the glamorous virtual worlds. These virtual worlds are now hosting real-time events such as concerts. Now, there are already game platforms such as Fortnite, Minecraft, Roblox, where players interact with one another in a virtual world. I know my own children love playing Roblox with their friends. The next generation are really digital natives to these virtual worlds, and the global pandemic has only helped to accelerate the popularity of these environments. So how do you enter the metaverse? Well, you can access the virtual worlds through a web browser, but you'll lose out on the immersive experience. The experience is far better when you use a virtual reality headset. The price of virtual reality headsets have significantly decreased over the years and is now highly accessible for consumers. People create virtual cartoon avatars and how they want to be represented in a particular digital world. However, this is just the start, and companies are working on the technologies needed to create lifelike avatars rendered to look like you do now or how you may like to look in the real world. Within the metaverse, you're able to explore games and also chat with other people within the game. The idea of looking something up and reading about it on the internet will become a very much an old-fashioned concept. Instead, learning will take a far more visual representation, helping people to learn faster and to become more productive. There are marketplaces where you can buy virtual objects using cryptocurrencies. Often these currencies are unique to a particular metaverse. So in some respect, each metaverse is like its own country with its particular currency and associated economy. And that's where NFTs play an important role. They are 100% unique and provide the financial security consisting of digital data secured within a blockchain, which is a form of a distributed ledger. I've actually got another Inspiring Tech Leaders podcast that explores blockchain in more detail if you're interested about that. The NFTs can be considered as your digital certificate within the blockchain. Anyway, it's those NFTs that help enable marketplace transactions and ensure it provides proof of ownership. And this is why large corporates are interested in the metaverse. There are some reports that say the metaverse economy will be worth in excess of $10 trillion within the next decade. And when you hear that, it really starts to make sense why Facebook have rebranded the parent company as Meta, who have metaverse ambitions for the company and also own the headset company Oculus. Mark Zuckerberg actually described the metaverse as virtual environments where you can be present with people in digital spaces. The developer community are creating more and more virtual online world environments for people to explore. Of course, it's important that the privacy and safety is built into the metaverse to ensure people are protected and that all data that is being captured is secure. People are likely to become more immersed in these virtual worlds, and the need to distinguish between virtual reality and reality itself becomes more important. The concern is that as these virtual worlds expand, so does the level of monitoring required to ensure it remains an acceptable space, just as we have in the real world. There therefore needs to be appropriate regulation of these environments. The metaverse actually has potential to negatively impact society that perhaps becomes too absorbed into a virtual world than the actual world in which we live. So what do you think of the metaverse? Is it a gimmick? Will it fade away? Or do you think it's the future of the internet? I'd be interested to know your comments and thoughts. Please let me know what other technology topics you'd like to see covered in future episodes of the podcast. And remember to subscribe and stay tuned for more Inspiring Tech Leaders.